Hello YouTubers. This is for all of you out there who like to eat rabbit and are having a difficult time finding a rabbit recipe that you like. This is a recipe that we have found and we like immensely, including my wife. So she's going to walk us through the steps on how to make this rabbit.
All right, this recipe came from our neighbor who killed rabbits, and she had them all the time and cooked them for her family. And I was having a really hard time finding a recipe that the kids would eat. And she said, why don't you try this? And we would love to thank her. She has passed away and left us this past year. But you see, we have the rabbit. My husband already has it all cleaned and ready to go. And you see, they're really nice. In a bowl here, we have egg mixed with milk. I just have you just how much ever you think if you have one rabbit, one egg, and some milk. I just have this much to start with. And then I'm going to dip my rabbit piece into the egg milk mixture like we do with other meats. I'm going to dump it here inside of a mixture of, these are seasoned breadcrumbs. I just like Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. And then I'm going to place it in a hot pan of oil. And this here is just Crisco. I like using Crisco. I think it just browns really nice and makes it really taste good. So I didn't add any salt and pepper to it. I'm just going to put this to all my pieces. If you wanted to, you can add some Parmesan cheese into this mixture. I'm going to add mine a little later. And I'm just going to keep doing this. It's really easy. I'll add some more. I'm just going to cook it in the pan until it is browned. And that's it. And then we're going to transfer it to another pan, and we are going to bake it in the oven to finalize it. But I just want to get my first batch here going, and then I'm going to add some more Crisco to my pan. You could use a liquid oil when you do this. That would be a little healthier. I'm just splurging and using the Crisco. Browns faster, nicer. All right, so they are getting nicely browned on this one side, as you can see. Not cooking them, remember. All we're doing is browning them. Brown the other side.
All right, come back when we're ready.
All right, these are ready to be put into another pan, the baking dish. What we're going to do is already I have it prepared. In this dish there is cream of mushroom soup. I like Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. You could use cream of celery soup if you don't like cream of mushroom. We just prefer cream of mushroom. It has a very good flavoring with this. I'm going to put these inside of here. These are not baked all the way through, just browned. A lot of them fit in here. Oops, it's all running off there. All right, I'm going to make another batch, but you just lay them right on top of this cream of mushroom soup, and we'll come back when we're ready with the final batch. All right, we're back. I have them all nicely browned, and they're all placed inside of my baking dish. And now I'm going to take just heavy whipping cream, and I'm going to fill in all of these holes in here. And heavy is it. It makes this really rich, but so delectable. And after baking it for a long time, it's just like chicken. It just comes right off the bone, and it's really tasty. So I filled in all this here. That looks about right. When we were given the recipe, there were no amounts. So if you just guess and you'll do it right, it will come out. You're used to it. And I'm gonna just add a little bit of Parmesan cheese over here on top and around. Like I said, if you want, you can put some inside of the breadcrumbs. Give it a little bit different taste, but this here. And then the last thing, we like mushrooms in our house, so I'm going to be putting a lot of these little mushrooms in here. You can make them any size that you want. They're going to cook down. Just fill in all these little holes here. So we like mushrooms. Even if you use cream of celery soup, you can still add the mushrooms to it. And then you take it and you just cover it however you want. I'm just covering mine with foil. And I'm going to place it in a 375-degree oven. And we're going to bake this for about 2 hours. Now the last time I did this, after 2 hours, it was done, but it wasn't as tender as we would have liked. So I placed it back in the oven at about 300 degrees. I left it there for another 2 hours, and the meat just came right off the bones. It was absolutely delectable. So good luck. So see you then. All right, so it's been about 3 hours. Had it baking at 375 for an hour, then I turned it down to 350 for an hour, and then down to 300. So let's see what it looks like. It looks wonderful. And that's just taking, you can see right here, the meat is coming right off of the bone. I mean, you can see this. Anybody who has wild animals and ever bakes them, cooks them, this does not ever happen. But this here, and it's gonna be super, look at that. You can just see it's just breaking apart. And it usually, and this is gonna be nice and moist because of this wonderful gravy that's in here. So it's nice and brown still. We can't wait to eat. Bon appetit.